Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for February 21st, 2020. I hope you guys all enjoyed yesterday's reading. It was so full of love and light and just optimism. So I hope you guys are really anchoring in that, feeling that energy, raising your vibration at this time. As we're in Mercury retrograde and as we're in this really dreamy, fantastic Piscean time. It's fantastic because I'm a water sign. So for those of you, just remind yourselves to go with the flow. And for those of you where you're finding it to be a little bit difficult, this energy, just remember that this too shall pass. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. This is a reading for all signs. This is a reading for the collective. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. While I'm doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, guys, I want to thank you for being on this journey with me. All the love and support that you show this channel means the world to me. I love you, so thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. This is a reading for February 21st, 2020. This is a reading for all signs, so we're going to go ahead and ask Spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides, what messages do you have for the collective, February 21st, 2020? What messages do you have for the collective for February 21st, 2020? Messages for the collective, February 21st. I'm going to take it. These cards are ready, you guys. February 21st, 2020. Just one more shuffle. I love it. Guys, I'm not reading reversals today, just like yesterday. Also, with this deck, I feel like I don't need to, okay? This is the After Tarot, so it takes the normal Rider-Waite images, and it shows what would happen, a few seconds or a few minutes after the images that we're accustomed to seeing here. All right, your overall energy here is the King of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This could also just speak to this Piscean time. You could be dealing with someone who's exhibiting those qualities or has them in their chart, or it could be an aspect of yourself. The King of Cups is all about balance. He's all about balancing the masculine and the feminine. He's all about using your intuition. He's somebody who's very grounded and very nurturing. He's a very caring leader. Don't get caught up in gender, though, because we all have masculine and feminine qualities. So it could speak to a man in your life, but it could also speak to you or to a woman in your life, okay? But in this deck, it's really interesting. He's dumping out one of these cups. But here I'm seeing he's just adding to the energy that's around him. So in the beginning of this reading, I mentioned go with the flow. Be a part of the flow, right? If you run, and this is exactly what this king is doing. He's taking what's in his cup, he's adding it to the water, but this water is cyclical, and his cup will always be, will always be overflowing. This cup he will fill up again and he will empty it out again. He will fill it up again and he will empty it out again. And it's just part of the process. And it's a really, really beautiful process. And this Piscean energy that we're going through right now is really teaching us that. Go with the flow, be a part of it. Don't resist it. All right, here we have the Ace of Swords. This is all about clarity. This is about a new direction. This, I learned, this glove, this leather glove is called a gauntlet, and it's used for these, for these hawks and for these birds of prey. And I really love this energy here because we have this Ace of Swords. It's about a new direction. This hand is coming out of this cloud and it's holding onto this bird. And this bird is about loyalty. This bird is about sending messages, receiving messages. So you're going to be getting some sort of messages at this time today, maybe this weekend, or it could just speak to around this time of Mercury retrograde, somebody from the past. But it's really going to open up your eyes, and it's really going to allow you to see the big picture, you guys. All right, underneath that we have the Death. Oh, it's not the Death card, it's the Four of Pentacles. This card is all about holding on too hard or too long to something. And I have a feeling this is what the message you're going to be receiving. You're going to be understanding here that you've been holding on too tight to a person, to a situation, to an idea. They could be negative ideas, but remember what this king is doing. This king, he is in order to receive, he has to give. And this is what Spirit is saying with this Four of Pentacles. You have to let go of something. You have to invest in order to receive more abundance, okay? And it might seem like a really big risk to you, but Spirit's saying, guess what? That's okay. Underneath that, you have the Four of Wands, which next to the Sun card is one of the happiest cards in the deck. Some of you might be building a home. Some of you might be investing in real estate. Some of you might be taking a trip. Some of you might be getting married. This can also be a card of, an 1111, a twin flame card. It could be about partnership, could be about contracts as well. And it could be about unity, uniting two sides. Okay, maybe somebody has to give a little bit to get, but somehow you're going to receive a message that's going to give you the big picture. Here you have the Two of Wands. This came out yesterday. I love this card, especially in the After Tarot, because he's sitting there, he's alone, he's contemplating his future, and now he's being joined by somebody who's going to help him. It's an equal partnership. They're going to do it together. I really, really like this energy, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading. Your first card is the Four of Swords. Now, this energy is really similar to that Two of Wands energy. The Four of Swords is somebody who is hurt. Some of you might be recovering from an illness or an injury, might have been in the hospital. Some of you might have hurt your back, I'm getting, or something, or maybe really sick with the flu or something like that. And, you're in the process of healing. Some of you are healing from a past breakup or just generally feeling quite anxious and depressed. And look, he's been sleeping for quite a while. Now somebody's coming, and it's most likely his other half or a partner. Could be a friend or a family member. It could be, a lover. It could be a romantic partner. It could be your soulmate, but they're coming to check on you, and they're coming to wake you up and say, hey, it's time to come out of this. I'm here to help you. I'm going to, here's some porridge. Here's some medicine, here's a kiss, here's whatever, here's some flowers, but just to let you know that you're not alone and that the healing is working, okay? But also that the healing is coming to an end. I feel like after this sort of down period, after this healing, you're healing from, it could be a heartbreak or some sort of disappointment. Again, an illness, an accident, something having to do with your back keeps coming through. And I do see somebody who has been bedridden. Okay, so again, it could be hospital, or it could just be somebody who spent a good amount of time in bed. Okay, but after this healing, I feel like this person is going to really help you see the miracles that are in your life. So this person, and I'm not saying it's necessarily another person, because again, it could also be your union with Spirit. It could be your spirit guides. It could be your angels coming to tend to you and let you know that you're not alone. But something with this healing that's taking place is going to open your eyes to abundance and a blessing of abundance that's coming your way. The scarab beetle is also a beetle that's very, very divine. The scarab beetle actually rolls a big ball of dung up or down hills. I don't remember which one. And so it's also all about your perspective. And, again, I'm getting that the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and how much we treasure the scarab beetles. And they're a symbol, I believe they're a symbol of royalty. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and a very powerful spiritual symbol. But, they're always they're always rolling balls of shit up and down these hills, which I always find so funny. They kind of leave that out in these descriptions, if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like I'm called to say that. And I feel like, the ball of dung that they're rolling is actually this Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying, I feel like there's a blessing in disguise here for you. Okay, that was such a weird message, you guys, and it may not have even been accurate facts about the scarab beetle, but that's the message from this card. There's some blessings in disguise. So whatever this rest period was, or maybe it was an accident or an injury, or whatever sort of had you in bed, I feel like just look at it, as a divine detour, and that this was meant to happen, and it's actually a blessing in disguise, okay? The Three of Swords card, this is absolutely beautiful, because this is speaking to heartache, disappointment, deception, third-party situations, just sadness and sorrow in general. And this is, all of these swords, they've come out. This wound has been bandaged. There's no more bleeding. You're on the mend. This is big-time healing, you guys. Really big-time healing. All right, now the final card that's coming out, this is the Nine of Swords card, which is normally all about not getting enough sleep. It could be that you're having nightmares. Remember, during this Piscean season, it's a great time for dreaming, and a lot of, especially my empaths out there, my healers, those of you who are doing meditation, a lot of people are having very, very vivid dreams. Some people might also be dream walking, so you might be visiting other people's dreams, although you might not remember all of that, or other people might be visiting you in your dreams. So relationships, for example, you know, dreaming about exes or people from your childhood or what have you, you might be having these really vivid dreams where you guys are actually healing and releasing and cutting cords in the dream space where you can't in the 3D. What I really love about this card, though, the nine, and only in this deck, not in all decks, but this is somebody who's waking up in the middle of the night. This is somebody who's receiving lots of spiritual messages and downloads. This is also reminds me always of, I believe it's Michael fighting the dragon. And this is Archangel Michael, who, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me. I'm second guessing myself today on all my facts. So I don't know if that's Mercury retrograde or what's going on, but Archangel Michael fighting the dragon here, slaying the dragon. And this is you slaying, you know, slaying your inner demons, slaying the dragon, but also that Archangel Michael is here with you and protecting you. Some of you might already know that. He might be one of your spirit guides or one of your angels, okay, who helps you out frequently. And so you may already know that, or he might be just showing himself to you guys through this reading, showing you that you have the strength and the power to do whatever you put your mind to, and that he's also going to come and help, sort of help you, you know, slay those dragons or, you know, and protect you. All right. So let's go ahead and pull a few additional messages for the collective for February 21st, 2020. Intuition. Yes. Okay. This is all about those, you know, your spiritual downloads, birthing. Yes. I love that coming out on top of the Ace of Pentacles and knowledge. Yeah, I love that. So first of all, the intuition card just speaks to this sort of high priestess energy that we're in right now. All about your intuition, all about your psychic energies. Again, that Nine of Swords card, all the downloads that you're getting. For those of you who do energy work, really do work with your crown chakra and your third eye, and trust your intuition, because this is a very, very powerful time. A lot of ascension, which is like up leveling, moving forward on your spiritual journey. Birthing. Again, I feel like a lot of you are graduating, okay? And more than anything, on a spiritual level, a lot of you are going through a healing process. Remember, it's not always easy. Giving birth, there's a lot of pressure, and you might feel the need to push. And Spirit is saying, don't push yet, okay? I will let you know when the time is right. You are in the process of birthing, of creating something new. Some of you might actually be pregnant, but for the most of us, it's all about creating the new you, creating this new lifestyle, coming out of all of the sort of bad cycles and closing out difficult cycles in your lives. There may have been something that hurt you, okay? It could be literal or it could be figurative. It could be a relationship, could be something someone in your family did. It could actually be a physical injury. And this Ace of Pentacles is a blessing of abundance that you're getting. This big coin here is like a seed being planted, okay, that eventually you're going to give birth to something that's going to bring you a lot of healing, health, and happiness. All right, and then finally we have the knowledge card. This knowledge card, we get this stream of light coming straight in through your crown chakra. You can see there's kind of like a human figure, and it's just exploding on his crown chakra. So again, you guys are getting loads of spiritual downloads from your angels, your spirit guides from Spirit. Again, Archangel Michael, I really feel strongly in this reading, is helping you as well, and especially during your dream space, you guys. You guys are definitely, you guys are cutting cords. You guys are dream walking. People are visiting you in your dreams. I think you guys are healing a lot through the power of your dreams. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull additional cards for you guys. Additional messages for February 21st, 2020. Boundaries. Yeah, number 12 breaks down to a 3. All right. and will. 13 breaks down to a 4. All right, so again, we have 3 and 4. So this is you guys on the right path. 3s are a number all about, you know, completing a cycle. Sort of like the beginning, one of the initial, like it's about completing a cycle. They're also all about growth and about expansion. Okay, this 12 card, this is all about setting boundaries. This is protecting yourself, but also setting healthy boundaries. Okay, for some of you, you guys have to set some boundaries in the 5D or, you know, in the spiritual realms. And you can do that by doing protection spells, or, you know, you can do, there are lots of meditations, especially for my empaths and my healers out there. The real importance for you to make sure that, you know, you're not giving your power away, and make sure that you're protecting yourself. Okay. Make sure that, yeah, I can't stress that enough. It's really important that you're protecting yourself, especially spiritually, and also that that you're not enabling anybody, or you're not giving your power away. And the fact that people aren't crossing your boundaries and they're respecting your boundaries. Here we have number 13, we have will. I love this because this is all about the waxing gibbous moon. So this is like right before the full moon stage. And this is you doing all the work, using your will and your might to manifest this healing. You're going to have to, these last 2 cards, they're, you know, they're very different. They're very action oriented, right? So in the beginning of this reading, it's sort of more passive energy. It's about healing, awakening to the abundance and to the blessings that are in your life. You know, these 3 swords are falling out. You know, this wound is healing. You know, we've got 2 people that are laying in bed. We've got knowledge and intuition. And then with this birthing card, we get this need to create. Right? And Spirit is saying, create boundaries and use your will. And these are much more active cards. This is you sort of stepping into your power. This is you harnessing your power. But first you have to do the healing. All right. I'm going to pull an advice card for the collective for February 21st, 2020. Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective, February 21st, 2020? All right. And you guys have memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. Wow, really nice. Again, with this memories card, you might have people coming back to you. With Mercury retrograde, it might be actually in real life. You know, this is a time when people from your past come to you. Remember, exes are exes for a reason. But other times people come back to clear things up, and so that we can cut cords, so we can heal the situation or get closure. It does not have to be romantic, you guys. It could be an old friend. It could be a family member, okay? And then for others of you might be being visited at nighttime. Okay, again, this is your dream space. You might feel like you are, I don't want to say haunted, but I want to say that in a good word. You're reminded of the people that you love and the people from your past. I'm also really getting that some of you guys are going to be doing work with ancestry, getting in touch with your ancestors or loved ones who have passed over. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. This is a very spiritual and beautiful message. You are definitely creating something new. Make sure that you're using your intuition. Remember, you are divinely guided. You guys are getting so many messages from above, and you have a lot of help on the spiritual journey. Lots of healing taking place, okay? And remember that if there's anything that you feel is kind of negative that happened, Spirit is really telling us this is a blessing in disguise. Make sure that you reframe it if you're having a hard time seeing the good in it, because this is, you know, don't let your analytical mind get in the way of seeing the miracles that are all around you. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell, but most of all, thank you for listening, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day.